sweetheart. Before we do our final number, even some of you parents don't realize this, but how many of you were at the contest last weekend that saw me perform? And you may be, if you heard any of the other groups, you didn't hear very much harmony coming out of a lot of the other groups. They sang a lot of unison or a lot of two-part. The reason they took first place is because of their solid four-part harmony. The judges were so impressed with their sound. And the fact that they did four-part girls a cappella and four-part boys a cappella, the judges were blown away. And if you saw the other shows, a lot of them were very typical show choir shows. This obviously was not a typical show choir show because of the South African freedom song and then the spiritual that the girls sang. Very different. It was very risky to do. I warned the kids ahead of time, the judges will either love you or they will hate you for not doing a typical show choir show. It just, in our luck, they loved it, and so that went in their favor also. So I'm very, very proud that they are singing a solid four-part harmony and doing it very well. They loved, the judges absolutely loved the ballad. They said that is a perfect middle school sound. They could not get over their sound. So they are doing a nice job, and I'm very proud of them. So. Number they're going to do for you is Good Night, Sweetheart. It's our quartet minus one again, but Mrs. Hokamp will be the baritone.
Sweetheart, well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart, good night. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. Sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart, good night. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and baby, I just can't treat you right. Say maybe, because I love you so. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart, good night. Well, your mother and your father might hear if I stay here too